Come on, man. Y'all see what it is, man. It ain't even released yet, man. This is exclusive on the blockchain exclusive, man. The Kobe Dean, man. Harold Jackson. Come on, man. We take the fucking past and the future and the present and we mix it all together, man. Come on, Reggie, man. You see the OG right here.
Get on it, baby.
You see,
Don't
on.
miss out. Cross the damn street and get in the damn bus and make that ride and go get that money.
That's it, baby, on the blockchain, man. Come on, man. On the Blockchain Podcast, right back here at you. You know what I mean? With extraordinary fella, man. About to introduce you, man. My guy, he's a serial entrepreneur. He's a legend, former NFL athlete. You know what I mean? Now you are. We're gonna give you your flowers right now. Former NFL athlete, you know, and me being a New Yorker, like, man, y'all wait till y'all hear who he used to play for. But man, like, I'm gonna introduce Reggie Grant, man. How you doing, sir?
Man, loving to be here, baby.
Yes,
loving
sir.
to be here.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man.
Post
like,
it up.
Man, Mr. Grant here, man, like, as I like to call him Reggie, because, you know, we're not going to do the formal stuff, man, like, man, Reggie, like, man, like, still, he's been nothing but, like, you know, a blessing, you know what I mean, and it's just great that, you know, having to be in contact, you know, with a person like himself that's done so much through his life, you know what I mean, so many different accomplishments, you know what I mean, and, like, he right here sitting talking about NFTs, you know what I mean, like, wow, isn't that amazing, guys, like, come on, like,
you gotta go with what's happening.
Right, like who would have thought, you know what I mean? So it's like, we about to bust down a couple of different things, but I'm gonna let you take the floor, man. What's going on?
Oh man, just working on this project, NFTs by Athletes. That's NFTsByAthletes.com.
Right.
Picking off the Kobe Dean, third round pick of the Philadelphia Eagles. So they got a steal.
Come on,
and we
man.
have Harold Jackson, Black College Hall of Fame, Mark Fleming, two-time Super Bowl champion, Mark Collins, and about 20 other guys. We're kicking it off here in June. So rocking and rolling, embedded in this NFT space, blockchain, crypto. You got to be in it to win it.
Let's go.
It's just about doing it in life. That's all it's about.
Man. That's it. So
facilitate the process.
Yeah, come on, that's beautiful. So you got some of the past and you got the present, man. So you just mixing it all together.
But
man.
we want to create an opportunity for athletes to leverage their brand, position themselves so that they control their own narrative, so they can get that gas money, baby.
Okay, come on, because, you know, that's what this NFT thing is about, guys. And I mean, leveraging up and making sure, you know, cut out the middleman, you know, boss up, you know what I mean? So that's beautiful. Like, what got you into the NFT space?
Well, I was in technology back in 1996, 97. Some of you probably weren't even born then when the internet was kicking off, and I walked in a room and they said, they had a whole row of computers all the way like to this whole wall, and I was like, "Oh shoot, they didn't create a whole another money stream."
Hello, come on,
so that was like 96, 97.
Right.
Worked with a company and we created virtuallyblock.com, one of the first community-based websites in the world.
Thank you.
Worked with Microsoft and all that. They offered me jobs. I wasn't looking for a job at that time, and so just kind of got introduced to the space. Ended up working for a company called Nice Software, which was a competitor for Bill Gates and Microsoft and all that. They were an Apple platform. They had a word processor 100 times better than Word. But Bill Gates is a beast. It's all about getting it done.
Come on, you
right?
already
He was a beast, right?
But you was in there, though.
Oh, come on,
man.
Come
like,
on. You know, there'd be 350 people in the room and one or two Latinos and one or two Asians and my shiny black ball head. So you got to be in the room to get in where you can fit in, figure it out. I was in the room, learned a few things, got some stuff done. End up owning a little software company, and that was my introduction, and did a gamified esports product with Dan Arlington starting left tackle for the 49ers when they won the first Super Bowl, and so again I kicked that off, ePlaybook, and then we facilitated, made a little gas money. The .com bust happened. You know, I ended up, I was in San Diego at that time, moving to LA, and the rest is the next phase.
As they say, history, man, on to the next. So that's crazy, man. So, because, you know, here on the blockchain, we about representing for the culture, you know what I mean? And so it's like, even before this metaverse stuff, NFT stuff, like, you was already representing for the culture back then, and setting you was setting the trend already. You know what I mean?
You want to be on the bleeding edge, right? If it's happening, you got to get in it.
Got to.
Right? There's no excuse. Especially nowadays when you have in your hand access to the world and all the information and knowledge that you need to be successful. It's just about making it happen and being down for the grind and being understanding that there is no easy path. You got to do. Right. It doesn't matter what obstacles are put in front of you. Exactly. You just got to keep moving along.
You hear that, y'all?
The time is going to go by. I blinked and I was 18-year-old going to the University of Oregon. Now I'm an old man trying to go on the backside, right? But I'm going out flaming.
That's it, man. Come on, man. You in the right place, in the right space. You know what I mean?
So you got to get in where you can fit in.
But you're still ahead of the curve, though. Like,
well, we're trying to keep stuff happening.
It seems like you've always been ahead of the curve. It
well,
seems like you've always
you want
been.
to be with what's happening.
Right.
Don't be afraid. It's like I lost my debit card this morning. I was like, I couldn't figure out what the heck, And there are people that are afraid of cryptocurrency and they're afraid of the term blockchain and smart contracts.
Right.
But it's again, when I was a kid, nobody had a credit card or debit card.
Thank you. Yeah, let's talk about
that,
man.
So it evolved. And now you cannot function without some type of debit card.
At all.
And all cryptocurrency is a debit card or credit card. Mm-hmm. You can go to the gas station now and with your card and get you some crypto. Or get you some gas with the crypto. Get you some gas.
You can cash out with your crypto right now. You can go to Balenciaga and go buy some Balenciaga with
So you have
to
just embrace the change. Yeah. Everything changes.
Right.
Nothing stays the same.
Come on, y'all hearing
You're going to have changes. You got to pay taxes one way. If you're making any money, if you ain't making any money, don't worry about taxes. But you got to pay the man one way or another. So when they say to me, you owe the IRS some money, that means I made a little gas money.
Oh, you did? No, don't have the IRS coming for you, man. I'm just saying, don't play no games,
but you make some money, it's okay. You'll figure it out how to pay
Handle
for it.
Your business. Handle your business. And so y'all hearing it from the man himself, man. Like, people talking about NFTs a scam, blockchain is not gonna be around. Listen, guys, man. Y'all hearing it from the man. When he was around, man, it was only cash. It wasn't no credit cards, right? And people saying this about credit cards. And not every one of y'all that's watching and or listening to this got a credit card, and most of y'all only pay with your credit card. You don't even use cash no more. But Mr. Reggie right here, he remembers when, man, they were saying the same shit about credit cards, dude.
Exactly.
So y'all wake the fuck up, man. Understand what's
going on.
Get in the game. You hear it? Get in the game. Get in the game. Matter of fact, man, let's take a little toast, because here on the blockchain, man, we smoking good cigars, man. We drinking good bourbon, man. Like, come on,
we got the private cigar lounge, Ash in Hollywood. Come on, man. It's about quality of life. You gotta get some, baby.
Come on, baby. You gotta understand, man. We not playing here, man. You know what I mean? But hey, we playing chess, not checkers. How about that? Okay, we playing chess, not checkers.
I was at an event on Tuesday. I wanted to take a +1. They said, no, you can't take a +1. Right? There's 30 people in the room. I needed to be in that room. That's the best room I've been in 15 years. Right. And I'm in some real rooms all the time. There's a gentleman from New York that runs a $100 million fund.
Right.
He hired the lawyers that was there because he didn't want them to sue him when he do something wrong. Now you told me what I'm talking about, right? Another guy flew in from Miami. It was a power room. I'm telling you. Check my Instagram out. You see my little clip on that.
Come on, man.
But
check
again,
them out.
You have to be in the room. You have to understand this about conversations and people. There's a lot of people out here that just all they are is talk. It's you got to find those people that are around you, that elevate you, that are positive, that bring you energy, that necessarily don't know about your vision and your dream, but they support you as a person. Get rid of them other people. You don't need them people in your life. All they're going to do is suck the air out of your dream, your vision, your thought.
They're going to drain you, man.
Exactly. So embrace the journey. Understand that there is no easy path. There are obstacles. There's racism. There's sexism. There's It don't matter. I was in the room on Tuesday. I'm having lunch with the president of that prestigious law firm on Sunday. Understand what I'm saying?
Thank you.
But had I not been in, and I did not want to drive an hour through LA traffic to get there, but it was worthy of me being there for them 2.5 hours.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, right? It was a good.
I connected the dots. I got about 4 or 5 appointments with people as a result of that.
Right.
I'm talking about guys. I raised $20 million last month. And I just turned it over to my partner, so they're going to, but I had to be in the room.
Got to be in the room,
right?
man.
You don't have to be the biggest fish in the pond.
Oh, no.
Sometimes you're the shark, sometimes you're the goldfish. So you have to be comfortable being the goldfish. Because when you have your opportunity to be the shark, then you can feast.
Got to be confident in yourself, confident in your ability and your talent. And just wait for your time, guys. Like, you know what I mean? Wait your turn, man. Like, and play your position. Don't play yourself out of position, though. You dig? So it's like, man, like y'all getting some good games, some good jewels. You know what I'm saying?
Ask for forgiveness, not for permission.
Thank you. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, what would you say to the people that that don't know nothing about NFTs and they just looking to be like, you know, they either want to invest or they just don't understand and they just looking for, you know, some type of.
You don't have to be investing in NFT or crypto,
right.
But you need to learn what's going on so that when the opportunity comes for you to be educated, knowledge is power. It has always been the most powerful tool in the world.
Hello.
My shiny bill I can, I get paid to tell people my opinion.
Facts.
Right?
And
now
that's
think
the best
about
way to
that.
Get paid, man.
I get paid. I'm eating. I ain't.
He getting his gas money, guys. He getting his gas money.
I'm self-sufficient.
You did.
That's
what it's about.
I was working with some people. They multi-million-dollar little deal and facilitating the process, and they started talking crazy to me.
Right.
You know what I did to them? I'm out. Here's your stuff.
You did.
I'm out. I see you when I see you. Peace out, baby. That's so I can work on my own stuff. Right? So I work on my own stuff I have equity in, and stuff that people write me a check for. Other than that, I don't think about other people's stuff.
Right.
You stay in your lane, stay focused. Yeah. I consult with CEOs and founders all the time. Right. That is their biggest problem. Not that they have a great idea, not that the obstacles in front of them, but they say, I want to do A, B, C, D, E, F. No, just do A and get paid. Correct. Then you can do B, C, and D.
Thank you. I tell people that all
like
the time,
the old adage, you got to take care of your own house.
Right.
You take care of your house, then you can help somebody else.
They always worrying about getting a third base and they get on first yet.
Exactly.
You dig? Like, come on, guys, worry about getting on first. Take that first fucking step, man. Take a little bit of risk. You know what I mean? Stop being scary, because scared money don't make no money, okay? And listen, man, like Reggie said, man, do your knowledge. You know, this is why we bring y'all on the Blockchain Podcast Show, because listen, man, we about the knowledge, you know what I mean? We're about informing the people, you know what I mean? We're about building a community and helping y'all understand that, listen, y'all want to be here. This is where y'all want to be. Y'all don't understand? Yo, DM us, man. Hit us up. Email us. Like, whatever you got to do. You know, what was the transition back then? Like, after you stopped playing football, like, and retired from the NFL, like.
Again, I was prepared to 5'9", 185 pounds. I knew the NFL stopped for long.
Right.
So I was prepared going in. I was prepared as a student athlete at the University of Oregon, understanding that they was pimping me, right? And my payment was to get that education. My crazy behind went to class to the point where I had conflict sometimes with coaches about me and making sure I take care of my business.
They say you're going to class too much, man. Hold on, you're an athlete.
Come on. Universities are major financial institutions. They make their money because they have winning athletic programs. That's how they draw those high enrollment numbers and high tuition.
Let's talk business.
Oh, it's all about money. I broke my thumb in my sophomore year. I was scheduled to be a starter. They didn't tell me for 6 weeks in spring ball that it was broken. I have a little bone chip right there. See, put your hand right there.
Shit.
Right, so a remnant, right? So I broke my thumb in spring ball first week. They didn't tell me. They taped it up every day. 6 weeks we practiced. In the spring ball, they go, Reggie, come on in here. You need to get a cast on your hand. I said, a cast? Why need a cast? Oh, you broke your thumb. The coaches, you scheduled to start. So the coaches said, we need to get you some work. We just taped it up for 6 weeks.
Sheesh.
So at that point, I totally realized that, I was,
System pimping you.
Exactly. So, I have a book called Manage Your Brand. You can pimp me, but you must pay me.
And my man the author over here. Eddie author.
Oh, no. I was an English teacher for 17 years. I wrote about 10 bucks. My 16-year-old, 18-year-old got bucks. Come on now.
Y'all talking about a resume. Y'all talking about a resume.
So I realized that, they were economically benefiting. So I had to figure out my path and understand that, they're leveraging me. How can I leverage them? How can I develop relationships that help me to move forward?
Right.
So I totally understood that athletics was football was my car. When the engine blew up, I just got out and got another car. After business and entrepreneur stuff and jobs that made sense, but always with the understanding and the mindset that, I was betting on me. So I was always prepared to leave wherever I was at.
Always bet on yourself, man.
Always
whether you're an athlete, whether you're an artist.
Keep people around you that elevate you.
No yes man.
I segued away from, I was talking to, I have a little tax service in Oceanside, California. I used to go around the corner. It was a tiny little building, quarter of the size of this place here.
Right.
And I used to rent this office space around the corner. Unbeknownst to me, the 8 people in there were 8 multimillionaires in different elements of real estate.
Jeez.
Right? And so people will help you when they see you helping yourself. Let me repeat that one. People will help you when you helping yourself. You never know who's watching. I got 17,000 people on LinkedIn.
Come on, man.
You know, people are looking at you all the time.
Come on, man.
So you always want to have your work uniform on when you're at work. You want to project who you want to be so you can be that person. So I go in there, I'm facilitating. He had Bob Ostawari. He was a land banker. That means he bought big parcels of land, 1,000, 10,000 acres. They break that stuff up, and that's how he made his money. You had Paul Smith, who was a hard money lender, so you needed $5 grand because your deal wasn't closing until next week. He gave you the $5 grand, but if you didn't pay him back on the day, he'd repossess your stuff, right? They make this up $100 grand. You had Barbara that was making $50,000 a month interest income on her notes. Yeah, the super creative guy, Ro McPherson, that used to take 10 grand every Tuesday, go to Vegas and bet. Now I didn't know this. So I used to go over there and rent their little office suite out because I'd impress people, right? Yeah. And so then they said, come over here, Mary, come over here. We're going to teach you some of this 1031 real estate stuff.
Right.
Good so shit. I got with the tax service, went over there and learned that real estate stuff was just served me well. And knowledge is power, ladies and gentlemen.
It's evolving.
Come on, man. Always want to be involved. Always want to be learning. Always want to put yourself around people that are going to elevate you. And they empower me with that knowledge. Now, I lost 1.25 million one time.
Right.
But that was the cost of the education.
Right.
So that has served me for the rest of my life.
It costs to be a boss.
Right. It's okay to fail.
Right.
Fail is part of the process. It's part of your steps to success.
That's how you learn.
But you got to be doing stuff to fail.
Right. And as long as
if
you're
you
learning
ain't doing nothing, you don't have no value. If you're not doing nothing, if you're not risking, then you can't get to the success.
Come on.
And people talk about what they want to be, but most people are putting the grind.
Yeah, they ain't putting no action to it.
Get in this Web3, get in this crypto, get in this metaverse, get in NFTs. Just immerse yourself and learn something that can empower you and create generational wealth. It is here. It is the wild, wild west.
Come on.
There are no rules, so that's when you can get in when you don't have nothing.
Generational wealth, guys.
When the stuff is bad, is when people make grand theft opportunities for themselves and elevate themselves.
Elevate. That's what it's about,
obstacles
guys.
create opportunities. So again, that's just my deal. And again, I did go to University of Oregon, play for the Jets, played for Canada. But again, football was my vehicle. That was not Reginald Grant.
Right.
That
He wasn't stuck on that.
Oh,
That's just like even like with an artist. As a lot of my audience is, music artists is like, don't get stuck on that. You know what I mean? Let that be a catalyst. You know what I mean? Let that be able to be a stepping stone to something else in business. You know what I mean? And getting your feet wet in real business. To make revenue. You know what I mean? And get some gas money. You know what I mean? Get a little bit of gas money for yourself.
It's all about creating revenue streams for yourself, positioning yourself to win. The NFT allows you to cut out the middleman. That is the power. Yeah. And every time that transaction, that product moves to somebody else, you get your back end compensation. It's like the old days with the record industry where all the artists didn't have any production rights or didn't own their own stuff.
Nothing.
They got juiced. Now we have the understanding of what you need to do. Are you willing to do it? Just get out there and roll the dice, baby.
Right, baby. Yeah, put that hard work in, man, and you're gonna see what's gonna come back. Back in the days, artists, man, used to have to beg for the crumbs for the royalties. You know what I mean? Nowadays, artists can offer motherfucking royalties to their fans. Come on, guys, step your game up, man. Come on, man, step your game up. What more can we tell y'all, man? Like, is there any NFT project or anything in the metaverse right now that you
Well, we're partnering with Shapes and Circles, which is a new platform owned by Black people that actually has some dynamic back-end world technology.
Right.
I can't reveal it all, but they have metaverse and VR and NFT stuff, and we're actually launching their stuff on their platform. And my project is NFTs by athletes. We're empowering athletes and celebrities and creatives to be in charge of their own destiny, to be able to control what they do, how they do it, how they manufacture, and how they get their stuff back. So we create NFTs with fungible. So we have actual physical items that go with many of our NFTs. We have the Kobe Dean, he's number 17, he was in Georgia, that won the national championship. So that particular trading card will be only one of 17 that'll be available. Some other stuff is available, but that one, there will only be 17. Harold Jackson, the Black College Hall of Fame, that 16 years he played in the league. He's a beast, right?
Beast.
Who does that?
Y'all know who
guy
the
plays
fuck
1.5 years. Harold played 16 years. That's crazy. He was with us on Saturday, so we got 29 here.
Right. He was outside.
So you can create anything that your mind can design, that can dream of, that you can visualize it. And again, when I was a kid, they had Dick Tracy on the cartoons, and he had a watch that you could talk to people on. People, oh, that's far-fetched.
That's bullshit.
Now that's reality.
That never happened. Now y'all motherfuckers going and running by
now,
Apple
somebody's
Watch.
going to be doing down the road, baby.
Fact.
Right? There are no new ideas. It's only that implemented. When I had a software company back in '98, we had a competitor up in Canada. They had 1.5 million. We had about 150 grand. We blew them out the water because we was experts in our stuff. There are no new ideas. Who's going to implement? One of my guys killed his own deal this week. Just killed his own deal, making millions of dollars. He killed this deal because he got greedy. So what they do, they kicked him to the curb, put somebody else in there with an inferior technology.
Right.
So
inferior technology. Did y'all hear that? Inferior.
It's about making money.
The person with the real source, he didn't want to do business. He wasn't about his business. So come on, guys. Like, step your fucking game up, man. Like, the legend himself is telling it to you. And y'all see these cards, man. These are collectibles, man. We got the present, man. We got the past, man. And we put it together, man. And it's the culture, man. Come on, man. On the Blockchain Podcast, man. Reggie Grant, man. He giving y'all some real, he gave y'all some real game today, man.
As people of color, we are the purveyors of popular culture around the world.
Thank you.
Right? As a teacher, I taught 17 years. I taught international students from Russia and Saudi Arabia and all that. All of them could come over here and speak English. I had a young lady from China. She come to my class. She's a level 1. She couldn't even hardly speak.
Right.
But she could speak English. Right. But her friend had to translate everything that was happening in class.
Right.
And then one day we say, okay, we're just going to have some fun. You can sing and all that stuff. And she bust out Beyonce better than Beyonce. She was off the chain.
Hello.
But again, we are the purveyors of popular culture around the world.
Right.
We are here in America, which drives popular culture around the world.
Right.
So you're the leaders. You're just about figuring out a way for you to monetize it for you. I'm Reggie Grant. Peace, love, and happiness. Thank you so very much.
We are the culture. We are the culture. I appreciate you and love you. And yo, get the people's socials.
Don't be afraid. Just get in the game. Get in the deep water. You'll figure out how to tread it.
Come on. Get in the game. But yo, where can they find you at? Like
ReginaldBrand.com, baby. You know, it's all my stuff.
Come on, easy, man. Like, go to the website. Go to the motherfucking website, and then you're going to pull up his Instagram, everything. You know what I mean? And yo, man, support this brother, man, and anything he's doing, man, because he is the culture. We are the culture, man. And he just gave y'all some real game, man. So anybody that want to get in contact with, man, tap in on the Blockchain Podcast. We right here at the beautiful, luxurious Cigar Lounge in Hollywood, California. Ha!